Hey there, welcome back to Tennille Talks. All right, y'all, so this is going to be our Friday message, and I'm going to start with the cosmic energy. Y'all, so I think we are, in terms of the NCAA, the basketball, all those polls I was doing, I think we're right now down to the Sweet 16, which means there are 16 teams left. And so yesterday, the polls will come out, but I think I only have to do 8 polls. 8 times 2, 8 and 8 plus 2, 16. So I think I only have to post polls for 8 games. So like we are almost like to the end of this thing. This is so exciting. So thank y'all that have participated with me, and anybody that has tolerated those polls, I thank you. All right, y'all, we'll jump into the reading. I really like this deck. I think that it was only about $10 on Amazon. The Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. All right, first card out is Release. This is pretty cool because on Thursday's message, the very last card that came out from this deck is Release. So this could be a continuation. This could be just kind of like part 2. And so the Release card says, listen, you got to release the past if you're going to want this new beginning. You cannot be carrying old shit, right? If you're a size 14, I need you to get rid of those size 10s, okay? Honor the space that you're in. And if the new beginning is coming, you got to start this new beginning as a 14. It's okay. But you don't need the 10s anymore, okay? Trust. Sometimes when we're moving into new spaces that we haven't been, it is really hard to trust that we're doing the right thing, we're taking the right steps, we're moving in the right direction. And so this says, after you release, it's going to feel a little bit weird because you're going to drop off a lot of things that were familiar. Sometimes you're dropping off people, places, or things that you've grown accustomed to, right? None of those things were fit for the new beginning. And just because you had to leave them behind and it feels a little different energetically, it doesn't mean that you are in the wrong space. So trust your intuition, because your intuition is not confused. It knows everything that you are supposed to be doing, when you're supposed to be doing it, how. And so it's always going to guide you, right? Your intuition is what's connected to the universe. All right, now we have support. Seek support. You don't have to bear everything alone. So in the center of this reading, this is about support, right? And so you're releasing old things. You're trusting that this new is really yours. You're tapping in, and now here comes the support. Let's see what's next. So now we have intuition, and it says listen to your intuition. It never lies. That's what we were saying. Yeah. So now that you have support coming, you don't have to do this alone. Your intuition is going to be telling you things, details. It'll reveal things to you about this support that's coming to you. Now, I just want to say this. Everybody that comes in the energy of supporting you is not necessarily there to support you. Some people are attempting to support you because they really understand that just by being connected to you, it will provide them with some type of support. All right. And we'll get one more from this deck. And we have confidence. Believe in your worth and abilities. So listen, sometimes your intuition is going to tell you to do something and you don't have enough confidence to feel like you can pull that thing off. And so Spirit says, listen, if the intuition is telling you something, recognize that the intuition is coming from the universe, right? Like you're tapped into an incredible system. It's magical, it's mathematical, it's based on calculations cosmically that we just don't understand. And so when something that big and that magnificent shifts you in a certain direction, all you need to show up with is the confidence to trust what it is you were just guided to do. All right, now we're going to pull the Kipperish to tap in a little bit. Alrighty, so the first card we got was Release, and now it says emotional pain. So this is, listen, if you're carrying past burdens that is causing you emotional pain, get rid of it. You can't take, you can. I was going to say you can't take your pain to the new beginning. You absolutely can take your pain to the new beginning, but you will sour the new beginning. You ever try to get in a new relationship with somebody and all they can do is talk about what they've been through with somebody else? And even if they're not talking about their past, the way they respond to you, it's almost like you have to pay the price for everything that they just went through with the people of their past. You know, sometimes people are in new relationships, new spaces. You know, sometimes just because you move homes or you leave a job, it doesn't, everywhere you go, you take you with you. And so if you want something new, you got to feel something new. If you want a new experience, well, then you can't be carrying the old experiences, right? If you're a 14, be a 14. Let them 10s go. You know, this is like literally being in the season of wearing a size 14 and all you can think about was how good or bad life was or whatever happened when you were a size 10. But it's no longer relative because we are in the season of a 14. I'm not a 14, y'all. I'm a 16. But maybe I'll be a 14. But I honor my 16 now. I ain't mad at my 16 because I've been bigger. Okay? So I'm happy here. Now we have mature woman. All right, so now we're getting into details about people. Let me pull something. Every time I get this mature woman card, it kind of gives me an ick, but I know that's my personal coming through. So I'm going to pull a little more. So listen, the emotional pain, here it is. We have real love. Okay. And so real love is coming on top of support, seeking support. You don't have to bear it alone. And so some of us may be getting real love, which means we haven't really been in connections with people who really loved us. And people who don't really love themselves, they can't really love you. Some people only love themselves because of the degree they have, the car they drive, the zip code they live in, the title that they have at work, the office they have at work. Some people only love themselves for all of the things that are of the world. But everything that is of this world will change. Okay? And so people that can't love you are people that don't love themselves. So first, let's acknowledge that. Now, there could be a mature woman. And remember, this doesn't have to be necessarily somebody, I mean, it could be an older person, but this could be somebody that you have had seasons of life with. Like the relationship with this person is a very mature relationship, which means it has had a lot of time to unfold. And so the emotional pain that we started out with, you may have to release emotional pain that was caused by some type of mature woman. This doesn't have to be somebody that you're connected to now, but this is saying, you know, this could be like a mother wound or something, okay? But this is essentially saying, listen, if you have a wound, you even have to release that. You're not going to need to take the wound from this mature woman with you into the next season because you're going to be in a season of real love. And so fake love doesn't, like, you don't even need the memory. You don't even need the memory. You can drop the memory. Not only that, let go of the memory. You can let go of the pain. You can let go of the words that were spoken to you. You can let go of all the slights and the incidences and the experiences. My mouth was really juicy right there. I'm sorry. You can let go of all the experiences. Like, you can let it go. Alrighty. Two flipped out, so I put them back. Emotional pain. Release the emotional pain. Those are past burdens that don't fit into your new beginning. Trust what your intuition is telling you about this mature woman. You have real love that is coming in to support you because you don't have to do it alone. Now we have intuitive Kev. And so this could be the real love. This is coming out on top of intuition. All right. So I still want to pull one more. And so the intuition that you need to trust about somebody that you have had seasons with. I feel like there's somebody that has caused you a lot of pain. Your intuition has been revealing things to you about this specific relationship. At the same time that you were being taught about this person, you are also being asked not to carry it forward because it just has no place or space in wherever life is unfolding for you, right? And so the type of support that you are going to get is somebody who is very intuitive. They trust themselves just like you are being asked to trust yourself. You know, sometimes we're in a relationship with people and because of the title or because of the experiences that we've had with them, like, it's hard for us to acknowledge who these people really are. Sometimes people are very dark, but because we have the ability to see at a deeper level, we always see people for who we want them to be, even if they're not really reflecting that. And sometimes seeing people for who we want them to be is a genuine reflection because on another timeline, these people could be really amazing. But if they're not walking in that timeline, if they're not honoring the higher aspect of themselves, then we're kind of living out an illusion, hoping that they someday ascend to what we know they could be. All right, we'll get one more, and this is going to clarify confidence. All right, now I had a few cards came over. I saw Animosity and Ice Queen. I didn't take them because it was 2 cards. Oh, now we have Death Magic. You see how when you start to clarify, shit can go left real quick? Give me just a minute. So they're, okay. So this is about somebody throwing death magic on you so that you don't believe in yourself, so that you don't have confidence in yourself, so that you never learn your worth, you never trust your own abilities. And so sometimes for those of us that have struggled with confidence and courage, it is because somebody is intentionally trying to interrupt that, but like they're trying to mess with our mechanisms. They're trying to distort or unplug or cause trouble inside of us so that we don't believe in ourselves. And so, okay, I'm gonna read this way, and then when I clarify, it totally could switch up. There could have been a connection, because intuitive Kev literally comes out with intuition. There could have been a relationship that really had the potential. Like, this person may not have been a bad person, but it's almost like somebody did something supernaturally to kind of make you think that that you didn't trust this, that you weren't confident in this connection. Maybe you didn't believe, or maybe, this is like 2 people meeting, but then somebody essentially sending death magic towards the connection, and the connection just kind of falls apart and disintegrates. And that naturally was not that was naturally like not the way it was supposed to unfold. But there is somebody else interfering. See, this is why I don't like the mature woman. Personally, because I understand who this is in my life. And y'all, there are literally people who hate love. There are people who see relationships between husband and wife. They see relationships between parent and child, or they see relationships between family members or coworkers, and it sickens them and it disgusts them. And they will sit in your face and they will celebrate your love, and they'll act as if they're happy to see it. Oh, I'm so grateful that you have this. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, God blessed you. And as soon as they get 10 steps away from you, they are whipping out them books, and they are cursing your smile. They are cursing your joy. They are cursing your happiness. They're cursing your health. They're cursing your wellness. That is who this mature woman is in my personal life. And so every time I see it, I'm like, ugh, I get the heebie-jeebies, because this is real. This is real. All right, y'all. So we're going to pull some more. Now, I'm going to switch my homemade or handmade deck. We're 13 minutes in. I'm going to switch to this deck. And we'll see what else we get about this. Y'all, so you may have had to like really figure out how deep, dark, or nasty somebody is in your life. And somebody wrote in the comment section on Wednesday's video that they had asked the Most High to tell them or to reveal to them specific things about people, places, things, their experiences, right? Like they just wanted to know the truth. And then they also said in the comment that even if it hurts. And I think that is like such a mature, sometimes we forget to add that part. We ask for something and we don't always recognize that the truth doesn't always feel good. It is good for us because it'll free us from an illusion. But it's sometimes to receive it and to let it settle and sit in, it doesn't always feel good. I'm thinking about that. And so some of us may be finally ready to experience connections where there is real love. There could be situations that have the ability to grow, and maybe they tried to grow once and it was interfered. So in the process of recognizing real love, you are also going to see real hate. like how deep hate can go. All right, so this first card that I'm about to pull is going to come from my handmade deck. Specifically the color yellow, which connects to the solar plexus chakra. This chakra, this color, represents wisdom, mental force, curiosity, insight, intuition, and sensitivity. Now this is coming out with emotional pain and release. Now, spiritual routine is coming out with mature woman. This is what I'm saying. Sometimes people make it their spiritual routine to attack you, to cause you pain. All right, y'all, let's keep going. I hate when shit starts to feel, I don't hate it, I shouldn't say that. There are certain words that I don't even like my boys to say. Not even because they're curse words, but because the vibration of the word is low. And until they're mature enough, I don't want them to be just randomly saying things that are low vibrational. So hate is one of them. Whenever they hear somebody say hate, they're like, Mom, he said hate. I'm like, you got to figure out another way to say that. I just feel like their mouths are too small, so they don't understand the power in their tongue. And so there are certain words I'm like, nah, let's get a synonym. We can say something different. All right, y'all. So I had 2 cards flip over. I'm not going to take them. I already know this reading is about to unfold. I mean, we already knew it was going to go left when we got death magic, and the death magic was coming to impact your confidence, right? And so somebody literally could have made it a spiritual routine of theirs to throw death magic at your confidence so that you didn't believe in your worth, your abilities, your talents, your skills, so that you didn't move in your wisdom, so that you never really activated your mental force, your insight, your curiosity, your intuition, your sensitivity, like all things spiritual. Somebody was spiritually practicing a routine that impacted you spiritually. It was supposed to kill you on the inside. Now in the center of the reading, we had real love and support. Now coming out to clarify that is the color brown. Brown represents earth, dependability, stability, humility, family, duty, morals, and guidance. And so this real love type of support relationship that is coming to you, it is going to obviously look brown. It's the color of soil, it's earth. And so this is like being in a relationship where all of a sudden you feel plugged in. There are some relationships where you feel like you're floating, you're scattered mentally and emotionally and spiritually. This is one of those relationships where it's like you can put your feet in the soil and you can really grow something real. It's going to be stable. This is a connection where you can depend on the person to keep their word. You can depend on them to be the same person every day. They're not going to switch up on you. Like, they are really real. Next, we have the second house, which is the house of Taurus. It deals with what you have. It deals with our personal resources. So that's our money, our possessions, our income, our assets, our skills, and our values. Now, this is coming out with intuitive Kev and intuition, somebody who is connected to personal resources. We're not done yet. So either this person is very stable, which we already saw that they were described. Sorry, y'all. It looked like the connection went out. Whatever. It's still recording. Yeah. Stability, humility. This is somebody you can have a family with. Okay? Now, I still got to clarify again. I feel like I always have to say that because these things really be switching up on me. Okay, so remember how we had death magic, and the death magic was going against your ability to believe in yourself? Well, now we have Capricorn. Capricorn is connected to the 10th house. This is about the things that you achieve. And so in this person's mind that had a spiritual routine that was attacking your solar plexus chakra, they were coming against your achievements. So let's say that you were always supposed to have real love. Let's say that you were always supposed to have supportive connections where you could depend on people, you could grow families. And the way that your family grew is based on like morality, and this is like those ethical relationships. The death magic was supposed to come after your confidence, but it was also supposed to impact your outer world. This is somebody that wanted to get you above and below. Okay, so when we're talking about the 10th house as Capricorn and your achievements, it's career, fame, reputation, profession, public status, and purpose. Your entire outer world was supposed to look like death. This is nasty energy. This is nasty energy. This is what I like to see, this mature woman. But that's my personal story. And for some of us, it's not a mature woman. For some, it's a mature man. It's a young woman. I mean, it could be anybody. But I really think that this mature woman, it really talks about the length of time that this relationship that you, like this person has been doing this for a while. This is not like a new tactic. This is something that they just do. And for it to come out as a spiritual routine is wild. All right. So now we're going to clarify. Am I doing this right? Yeah. Now we're going to clarify a little more. So I just got lost for a second. Okay, I got it. So we got 3 more decks left. 3 more decks left. All right, so now we have blessing. Live a blessed life. Okay. This is like somebody recognizing your blessing. They're recognizing that your life is set apart. They're recognizing that you're supposed to live a blessed life. It says everything that we do, every word that we speak is an opportunity for us to either give or receive a blessing. Be the bearer of blessings today. This is the potential. You are a walking, talking, breathing blessing. You don't need anything specific. You just need breath in your body. And apparently the way you show up to life is a blessing to those that get to encounter you. Okay? Let's keep going. Now, somebody may have known that about you and could have been offended that you had this type of calling. Now we have faith. It says trust and believe. It's time to have faith and believe that everything is going to work out for the best. Trust yourself and know that you'll make the right decisions. Now, trust and faith is coming out with this mature woman. But this mature woman, on the other end of her energy, is the death magic. And so you are a blessing. And so one of the things that she could have been attacking is your faith in self. So even if you knew that you were set apart, even if you knew that you were blessed and a blessing, this is somebody that wanted to attack your faith so that you couldn't believe that about yourself, right? And so if I destroy your outer world and if I destroy your confidence in self, then you'll never be able to rebuild because all you have is rubble. You have nothing. Now we have higher ground. So this real love, remember in the center of the reading, we have real love and support. You don't got to do this alone. These are the type of relationships where it's like finally you get to be in higher ground. The air, feel everything about this connection is going to feel so different from what it has been. One of the reasons that you have gone through what you've gone through is because the way that you have been attacked supernaturally. And so this is about rising above the noise. Certain connections could have felt spiritually very loud, emotionally or physically very now, just like noisy. Vibrationally, the frequency was off in past connections. So whatever this new relationship is that's coming, it's like the air is different. It's clean, it's pure. It's a type of stability that you may not have experienced before. And that was intentional. All right, now we have moving on. Better times are ahead. It might be time to detach from a situation that's no longer serving you. One phase of your life is ending so that another phase can begin. Now, this is coming on with personal resources, and it's also coming with your intuition. I'm going to get one more. So after you get this real love, after you cross paths with people that you can really depend on, people who are there to support you, like if you've lived it's almost you're the same person, but you're about to live an entirely different life. And one of the ways that you know that this is a new life is because of the strength of the connections that are going to be making their way to you. Now, the last reading that I posted on Thursday, those kind of seem like supportive connections or friendships, but this is feeling a little bit more intimate in the event that you are looking or seeking, or you know that your life is aligned with like a union, a real love type of union. And then after we have moving on, we have insight. Bright ideas are coming. There could be some type of epiphany. So this was the death magic, right? You're not able to do anything. You're not able to think anything brilliant. You're not able to come up with any good ideas. You have no worth. You have no value. You have no ability. Why would you ever think that you can be famous? Why would you ever think that the outer world will know you, right? You will not have a status. You will not have public face. You will not have a profession. Y'all, these are the details of the spiritual curse, the death magic that was brought on to you. And so sometimes I feel like some of the spell work that we go through, it's like people have men in blacked us. You know how there's that pen that wipes your memory? Have you guys ever really gotten a download, or you're really excited to pursue something? You got this idea, and then all of a sudden, not only are the details of the idea wiped away from you, but the emotion, the excitement that you were feeling to pursue the idea, even that was gone. That is the energy I'm getting. Death to everything that looks like life. That is what somebody was doing. If it looked like it had the potential to grow, kill it. Whether it was an emotion, a thought, a relationship, I'm talking about death magic in every way. Damn. All right, now let's clarify with tarot. First card that comes out is the Two of Wands, which is about planning. And the planning comes out on living a blessed life. So the wisdom that you will need, the insight, the intuition, you know what I mean? Like if you're a walking blessing, then your intuition is really going to be your guide. And so when you are guided to live this blessed life, but at the same time you are swamped with emotional pain, what is the quality of the choices that you're able to make? And so this is about somebody that wanted you to live in emotional pain so that you would never be the walking blessing. So that you wouldn't be able to make plans. So that you wouldn't be able to take steps forward. It's like they didn't want you to see beyond the tears. They didn't want you to see beyond the heartbreak. Now, I typically don't read reversals, but I do pay attention if it comes up. And so this is the Hanged Man, and it's out in reverse, which means that at some point, if you were suspended, if life was on a pause, if you felt restricted, if you literally felt like you had been sacrificed, the fact that it's upside down, it's almost like, okay, so now you can move again. Now you can think. Now you'll regain clarity. Now it is coming out with faith. And so this mature woman that was engaging in this spiritual routine, one, they had faith that this was going to sacrifice you and keep you in a state of suspense. Okay, now remember, it comes out in reverse, so now we have movement. Whatever had been done supernaturally behind the scenes to keep this death magic going, that is no longer at play. Like, that has stopped. I'm going to keep pulling and we'll figure out why it stopped. But this is about somebody who wanted to sacrifice you. And you may have known who this person was in your life, but it was really hard for you to trust that this was really happening, which is why intuition is here, right? But if somebody's attacking your freaking intuition, not only can you not see them for who they are, but like they're messing up everything. They're blinding you. They're blinding you in the spirit, right? And so in front of your face, they're like celebrating you, but behind your back, they are killing you. Now we have the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant comes on top of higher ground. Now we're going to look at this a few different ways. Sometimes when the Hierophant comes out, it talks about like a structured group, some type of organization, some type of society. It could be religious. And so was this mature woman sacrificing you for the sake of this group? Or was this mature woman because the Hierophant can also be love or marriage or something like that. And it does come out with real love and support. And so this is about like you possibly having a life. Like not only are you a blessing, but you were supposed to receive blessings, right? And so what if there is a marriage? What if there's a union, some type of love? The same way I described the energy of brown, those are all the qualities that would be able to be found in marriage or support systems that you are supposed to experience. But this is about like somebody understanding that there are plans laid out for you based on the blessing that you are, based on the blessings that you carry. And so they don't want you to have it. They don't want you to have love. They don't want you to have the long-lasting connections. And so they sacrifice you so that you lose trust, you lose faith, you lose belief, thinking I'll never have love. Like these, like some people have love, but I'm just not one of those people that can have it. You understand what I'm saying? Like you were supposed to live, think, feel, and believe that about yourself. Now we have Page of Coins. This is kind of like being able, like getting an opportunity. Now this comes out with better times ahead and moving on. Hold on, I'm going to pull one more. And finally, we end it with the Empress. And so the person, you are the Empress, you are the divine feminine. And so this is about what has been done to you. This is about your love life being targeted, your physical body being targeted. And I say your physical body because in order to be sacrificed, I mean, physically, that makes your life unfold a certain way. I'm talking about being stagnant, not being able to move, not being able to thrive, not being able to grow. And so this is people coming out of they're coming after your worth, your confidence, your abilities. You're this walking blessing, but you've been suspended upside down, not really being able to see yourself. But obviously everything happens for our good. Everything is still supposed to bring us some type of favor. But listen, as the Empress, this means that you carry seeds of abundance. You can't help but grow shit, right? You can't help it. And so this is somebody wanting to take that from you, right? Sending death magic if you have an idea, an emotion, an urge, a thought, a vision, a dream, all of it. All of it has the potential to bring you to a place of fame. It can all lead you to great achievement and status and purpose, right? And so this is somebody not wanting you to walk in your divinity, not wanting you to walk in the energy and the essence that you were sent here to walk in. All right, I'm going to pull from this to kind of clarify. God. So what I am seeing, I just want to say this, you know, the Page of Coins comes out and it talks about moving on. And so there could be a relationship. We had intuitive Kev, intuition, personal resources. And so this could be somebody that will support you and they will show you real love. But this also could be a financial opportunity. This is like somebody trusts you with a seed, or they invest in you, or they, you know, they contribute to your personal resources in order to get you back to a place of status or purpose, or, you know, this is what the support will look like. So not only is it love, but it's a belief in you. It's like, I believe in you so much that I'm going to invest in you. Wow. All right. So now we'll pull 5 clarifiers and then we will we'll end it. All right. So we have, I'll show you this one. It says adjust the posture, alignment, balance, chakras, breath, energy, flow. And so this is what you had to do. Your solar plexus is being attacked. It's causing you burdens, pain. You're not able to embrace your new beginnings because you're carrying all of this. You're supposed to live a blessed life. You're supposed to be this blessing, but you can't access it. Now, the way you respond is you just adjust yourself. Your chakras are out of whack, and they should be, but you begin to align. This is like somehow you get yourself back to a state of center, although people have consistently tried to scatter you energetically. Now, the next card is coming out on top of spiritual routine, and this is imprisonment. So the mature woman that wanted to sacrifice you, that person's job was literally to keep you in a prison. Yes, you were in your body, but you weren't even supposed to have access to your thoughts, your emotions, your insights, your intuition, like nothing. This is you being in your body, but being trapped inside of your body, and you can't even use all of your faculties. God. Next one. It says dispelling an illusion. And so all of the false things that maybe you believed about love, marriage, your ability to have supportive connections, those could have been illusions that you fell prey to as a result of the magic, the sacrifice magic, the keeping you in a mental prison, an emotional prison. You know, essentially things are going to fade away. When things start to fade away, you are going to believe something different about yourself that you haven't really been able to believe as a result of what was being done behind the scenes. Y'all, this reading is making me a little bit sad. So yeah, you'll be able to sometimes maybe you felt like, why am I always sucked into negativity? Why does everything go left? Why does everything bad? Like, you know, and you got to be careful with those words, like always, all the times, never, you know, those like definitive type of words. And sometimes that was just a part of the spell to get you to believe that this was always going to be your story. It was always going to unfold. It was always going to be written that way. And so these are the illusions that were spun so that you wouldn't know that somebody was actually manipulating your life in a variety of ways so that it unfolds just like this. Now, the next card I pull is going to clarify the second house of Taurus, our personal resources. I had two cards that flip, so I'm going to pull again. Eye to eye with the demons within. And so your personal resources. So better times are ahead in terms of your finances, like the way you show up to the world, the way you take care of yourself, your possessions, your money, right? But eye to eye with the demons within, this is almost like every time you get a resource, it's like you can only feed the demons. It's like you're not using it to feed your higher self because you never even believed you had a higher self. You never believed that you had anything about you that was beyond this type of energy, right? And so there was some type of so you're in a prison. While you're in this prison, you're believing illusions about love and relationships and marriage and stability, right? And so anytime you start to earn all of your personal resources, they're only feeding the demons within because that's all you're looking at. You're not able to look at love. You're not even able to look at your intuition and pick up anything consciously. Like, you can't pick up anything that would help you ascend beyond this as a result of the death magic. And so your resources could have felt dark. You know, when we're talking about eye to eye with the demons within, it's just like, why can't I see above? Why can't, you know, and this is like essentially being trapped in those lower chakras of survival, like never being able to thrive, never being able to create because you don't have access to your intuition. You don't have access to your mental force. You're curious, but you can't really pursue your curiosity because of what is being done to your confidence, because what you're being forced to believe about your worth and your abilities. And so every time you get a little something, you are literally, your whole second house is feeding demons. Not because you want to, but because of the type of magic that has been done to keep you vibrationally very low. This is like perpetually being in a state of survival. Never being able to use, you're an empress. You're a walking blessing. Wealth should not escape you. All right, this is our last card. But we got two. All right, let's pull again. Damn. See, this is the evil shit. So an ocean of suffering. Now this is what comes out, right? So all of your resources are eye to eye. All you can do is feed the demon, the shame, the regret, the fear, the illusion, the attachment, right? All of your resources are just feeding those same cycles, those same energies, right? And the reason why it was happening that way is because all of your achievements, I'll go through it, your 10th house of Capricorn, your outer world, it was supposed to look like the death magic. How did the death magic want your outer world to look? Emotions, overwhelmed, hopeless, negativity, ignorance, powerless, mental illness, narcissist, grief, anger, weakness, struggles, anxiety, spiritual death. And so death magic was supposed to leave you in an ocean of suffering. It was coming after your confidence. It was coming after your emotions, and it was also targeting your insight so that you couldn't be the Empress or the Divine Feminine. And so on Wednesday's video, we all got released out of jail. And now I'm recognizing that the jail that we were in is probably being described by this video. This was the type of prison that was structured for us. This was the prison that they built, right? It attacks your money. It attacks your outer world and your achievements. It attacks your solar plexus chakra so that you can never rise above the bottom two chakras. You can never create. You don't have the willpower. You don't have the confidence. You don't believe you're worth a damn, right? And then you never really have a relationship about love. This is somebody like you being a walking blessing, but every time you're in a relationship with somebody, they think you're a whole disease, not because you genuinely are, but the illusion that has been, it's like somebody has put a cloak or a filter on you. You don't even know who you are. People that are trying to connect with you will never be able to see you. They'll be like, oh my God, this person's demonic. They're so, Lord. All right, y'all. I love you. See you on the next one. Bye.